Good morning, children. Welcome to Class 10 Chemistry online class. Today we will start the new lesson, that is Chapter 4, Carbon and its Compounds. I said earlier also, there is some revision in the syllabus. We do not have to study some of the important compounds of carbon, like the functional group compounds, for example ethanol or the carboxylic acid, soap, detergent, the cleansing action, methyl formation. All these are deleted from the revised syllabus. So now, coming to this chapter, let's first see what are the subunits we have to study. First thing, we have to study why actually this particular element out of all other known 118 elements, why this carbon is so special that its compound and this particular element has to be studied as a separate field of chemistry. Earlier, this field was known as organic chemistry, and as you could say that this term organic is actually derived from a word organ, stands for the living things. So there was a theory which was able to describe the formation and certain speciality of such compounds called so-called organic compounds, as this theory was known as vital force theory. What did this theory state? This theory stated that such compounds, the so-called organic compounds, whose chief element is carbon, so almost all the compounds of carbon except the oxides of carbon and also the carbonate and bicarbonates of various metals, leaving this, excluding this, all other carbon compounds are headed under organic compounds. Means the name suggests that this all compounds were actually having some living sources, and according to this theory it was believed that such compounds cannot be synthesized by human beings. That means they cannot be man-made, they cannot be prepared either in laboratory or in industry, and it is being assumed that all such organic compounds have either the plant source or the animal sources. And it's common only, we could observe the common citric acid, acetic acid, malic acid, as that is common to us, ethanol, all these are having methanol or methyl alcohol, what is commonly known as wood's pulp, or cellulose. All these are various organic compounds, methane. These all compounds are having one or other natural or living resources, and we cannot, this theory suggested that we cannot prepare any of the organic compound, rather these are all already present in their natural living sources. We can only isolate, that means they are present as the form of mixture, we can only separate or isolate this, but we cannot prepare, as the theory suggested. Later on in this modification, the first compound prepared in laboratory was urea. This urea is a well-known organic compound, and this urea was prepared from a compound called ammonium cyanate, NH4CnO, ammonium cyanate. This ammonium cyanate actually, through some rearrangement reaction, gives urea, NH2CO, NH2. You could find that their molecular formulas are same, only their structural formulas are different. So this ammonium cyanate to urea conversion was a man-made process, and once the urea has been synthesized, artificially, it put a challenge to vital force theory. Now it could be modified that yes, this organic compounds can have their living sources from plants and animals, but still they not all might be, but at least some could be prepared in the laboratory. That means they cannot be synthesized artificially is no more tenable. Later on, the second compound prepared by Berzelius, the scientist Holler has prepared urea, and the second compound prepared by Berzelius was methane. As we will proceed for this carbon and its compound, we will see that methane is just like the building unit of all organic compounds. It is just like the brick. So now if we could say that if this methane means this brick can be prepared artificially, so we can prepare the walls too. It means that if methane can be prepared, some other or most of the organic compounds can be synthesized either in laboratory or in industry. So this further modified the vital force theory, which told that yes, no matter the organic compounds could have their living sources, they can be isolated from their natural resources, from plants, from animals, but they can be prepared also in the laboratory. That is, the side by side two processes are going on. They have their natural resources, also they can be prepared in the laboratory or in industry. Now in the present scenario, we have a class of organic compounds, not only a single compound, a group, a whole class of organic compounds, and we are very familiar with this class of organic compound. This class of organic compound is called plastic. Most of the plastics and polymers, as we know that these are indispensable in our regular life, these plastics and polymers are no doubt the carbon compound, that means the so-called organic compound, but they are only, or most of them are just artificial or man-made. So that means now the vital force theory is no more tenable, rather it is just opposite, that there are lots of compound, in fact infinite number of compounds, which can only be artificially prepared in laboratory or in industry. That is, these are only man-made and do not have any living sources. Now this wide extension of this preparation, synthesis of plastics and polymer chemistry, this name organic chemistry or organic compound has been changed, because we cannot say anymore that all carbon compounds could have the organ or the living resources. Therefore now this organic compounds or organic chemistry is now told commonly as carbon chemistry or chemistry of carbon, or the compounds are therefore known as carbon and its compounds, or only carbon compounds, or at times known as carbonic compound. Though we will find that in some of the disciplines still we use the term organic chemistry and inorganic chemistry, but the compounds are carbonic compounds, and most probably this is now clear why do we are not calling this anymore organic compounds, and therefore the chemistry is also known as carbonic chemistry. Now which all compounds are not there? The chief element will be carbon. The excluded compounds are, as I said earlier also, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide. We know there are two oxides only, that of carbon, and any of the carbonate and bicarbonate of metal. For example, sodium carbonate. This sodium carbonate is well known a sodium compound, though it is containing carbon but not as the chief element. Okay, so this is a compound of sodium. Calcium carbonate is on the other side a compound of calcium. So leaving that carbonate and bicarbonate of metal, the oxides of carbon, all other carbon compounds are coming under this carbon compounds or carbon and its compound, and the study of such all compounds would come under carbonic chemistry. Okay, now next class we will see what is the speciality for which, what is the most important significance for which this particular element is being separated from all other 118 elements present in the periodic table. Okay, in case you do find any doubt, please do ask in the official WhatsApp group. One more very important thing, the new official WhatsApp group has been created. Please do include yourself in this if you have not already been included, and secondly, do include according to your own name, neither your parents' name nor any of the pseudonym or any misnomer will not be allowed. Thank you.